A Sports Beat presentation. Game Night Live kicks off now. Presented by KSL and 103.5 The Arrow.
And hi there, everybody. Welcome to Game Night Live. Glad to have you aboard tonight. Hey, what a week 3 of the high school football schedule. Scoreboards all across the state getting a major workout last night, including a marathon between Provo and Riverton. Buckle up for this one. It will take a while. First quarter we go. Provo quarterback Bryce Orton airing out to Terrence Ulibarri, and Provo takes the early 7-3 lead. Riverton would answer right back in the final seconds of the first quarter. Cannon Coggins to Stetson Thacker. See ya. 67-yarder. Riverton now on top, 10-7 after one. Second quarter, Coggins. Nobody there. All right, I'm going to take it myself. Bulldogs take a 17-10 lead with just over a minute to go in the half, but hey, that's just enough time for Riverton to answer, right? Coggins to Tristan Hamas. He'll find the end zone with 18 seconds left in the first half. 17-all at the half. Let's go to the final 2 minutes of the game. Provo up 3, trying to run out the clock, but they fumble on Riverton, and Riverton recovers deep in Provo territory. So, 5 seconds left in the fourth. Stockton Lund. 35-yard field goal to tie it up. We go to overtime. First overtime, Provo with the ball. First, Orton with the quarterback sneak. He gets in. Riverton needing to answer. Travis Money. He gets in, so we go to a second overtime. Riverton with the ball first. Coggins picked off by Mason Cobb. No points for the Silver Wolves. All Provo needs to do now is score. Field goal, touchdown, doesn't matter. They win. They're going to try a field goal. Blocked. So we go to overtime number 3. It's 4th and 25 for Provo. Riverton's defense trying to come up with a big play, and they get it. They sack Orton, so now Riverton's turn to just score a field goal or a touchdown, and they win it. But Provo returns the favor with the block of Riverton's attempt, so we go to overtime if you're counting number 4. Riverton missed a field goal attempt. Provo just needs to score, but Chris Tafa-Asau takes the handoff, and he fumbles it. Riverton recovers, so we go to overtime number 5. After Provo kicked the field goal, Riverton had a 47-yarder for the tie. Lund just over the crossbar. We go to overtime number 6. Lund kicked another field goal for the Silver Wolves. Provo needs to answer. 4th down. Bulldogs fake their field goal, pick up the first down. That set up this. Orton. And after all that, he finishes it off with the 8-yard touchdown run to end it. Provo outlasting Riverton in 6 overtimes, 36-33 your final. Now, according to our record book guru, George Feld of the D-News, this is the second most overtimes in state history. Back in 1982, Provo beat Pleasant Grove in 7 overtimes. All right, for our Game Night Live Game of the Week last night, brought to you by Strong VW, Pleasant Grove and Jordan. Now, in the last 5 meetings, these two have combined for an average of 85 points per game, and last night, more of the same. Why would we expect anything different? And you got to watch it live on our KSL TV app.
An absolutely spectacular night for high school football. And he's going deep right off the bat. He's got a receiver. It's open. It's caught. And it is a touchdown. Touchdown, Pleasant Grove, 39 yards. Jake Jensen to Dane Christiansen on the first play from scrimmage for the Vikings. Beat Diggers looking to answer. The fake handoff, Wakely's got it. He's got a man. He's open at the 5. Touchdown, Jordan, 44 yards. Crew Wakely, Ben Lisk. Trips left for Crew Wakely. Plenty of time, cross the middle. Caught. Bobbled, almost interception. And it was caught for a touchdown. Connor Hughes. Jensen to the end zone. Got a receiver there. Touchdown. Touchdown, Pleasant Grove. Jake Jensen to Dane Christiansen. And we're an extra point from being tied. Ball at the 33, 1st and 10. Got a receiver. This is going to be a touchdown.
Oh, my goodness.
Touchdown, Jordan. Crew Wakely to Ben Lisk for the 2nd time tonight. Crew Wakely, 2nd down and 4. Here comes the pressure. Wakely steps up. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown, 26 yards. Crew Wakely to Ethan Bolingbrook.
This is where else get started. We finally woke up and
defense start playing and offense start clicking. So once we get that clicking, we should flow pretty good the next half.
First and goal, ball at the 1. Handoff, touchdown, Pleasant Grove. They creep a little bit closer. That's Riley Bales with a 1-yard dive. Wakely. He's got a man wide open. Bolingbrook still on his feet. This is a foot race to the end zone. Ethan Bolingbrook's going to have an 80-yard touchdown from Crew Wakely. How's that for an answer, Scott?
I think, you know, they get scored in a hurry.
Wakely out of the gun. Back at the 7. Crew Wakely trying to look for the end zone. Nobody there. And Wakely fights his way into the end zone. That could be the ball game. 2:26 and counting. Oh, he's got a wide open man. And Jackson Hill's going to have a touchdown with 2:15 left here in the 4th. How did that happen?
Oh, my goodness. No one around him.
First and goal at the 5. Jensen. Touchdown, Pleasant Grove. And Pleasant Grove has cut this lead to 3 with 1:06 left. Why did we think this was over? Wakely just going to run some time off the clock. And that should do it right there. Crew Wakely's going to have a touchdown. 51 yards, 48 seconds left to put the icing on this rivalry cake.
Untouched.
It's good. It's always good to get a win, but it's you have a little bit more motivation coming off a loss like that. So they're making sure we did what we need to do to win.
Scott Mitchell, Jason Buck calling this game with me on our KSL TV app. We expected a shootout, Scott, and we got it.
We really did, and we got it from 2 great quarterbacks in Jensen and Wakely, and they didn't disappoint tonight. And I mean, Wakely just said, I'm going to take this game on my shoulders. I'm not going to be denied. He did a great job of running, throwing, and when he had to, and just I mean, he had some tough running touchdowns, really savvy play from just an outstanding quarterback, and then Jensen at Pleasant Grove, the same thing, didn't disappoint. It was just back and forth the whole game.
And our defensive expert over here, Jason Buck, not a lot of defense to talk about. So let's go to the big hogs underneath. Pleasant Grove, you talked about this during the broadcast. They dominated the offensive line when they ran the ball, but then they stopped running.
And then they got away from it. It just blew me away. You know, you're standing down here and getting an end zone look at it, and they had an awesome offensive line, and they started dominating the game, changing the rhythm of the game, and I talked to you about it at the time. I'm like, man, they stay with that, they're going to be back in this game and can win it. And after one great drive, the very next drive they came back and went away from it and went to throwing the ball, and we're out in like 3 or 4 plays, and I went, well, there's the game.
And then Jordan came back and scored quickly. And answered everything that Pleasant Grove had. So, guys, next week we're at Camas, South Summit and Beaver. Small town football, guys.
Love it.
Rematch of the last 2A state title games.
Super excited to go, and we know the fans are going to be there. That's what this is about. It's about great rivalries. It's about great communities, and you know, we're going to have another great game this week, no question.
Yeah, no question about it. That will be fun next Friday night. Download the KSL TV app and you can watch it live. All right, Lehigh rolled into Lone Peak last night, averaging 46 points per game in their first 2. The Knights defense on the other side giving up 28 per game in the first couple of games. Cam Cooper and Lehigh off to a 2-0 start. Lone Peak trying to bounce back after losing at Dixie last week. First quarter, Lone Peak quarterback Brock Jones airing it out to Caden Clemens. Down inside the 20. That set up a 2-yard touchdown for the Knights. Second quarter, Knights driving again. Jones to Cody Collins. 13-0 Lone Peak. Later in the quarter, these two will hook up again. This time for a much bigger chunk of yardage. Lone Peak led Lehigh 23-0 at the half. Third quarter, Pioneers finally get on the board. Cam Cooper, Cade Moore gets his feet down, but that was it for Lehigh. Lone Peak holds Cooper and the powerful Pioneer offense to only 7 points to get the win. Olympus and Brighton both undefeated coming into last night. Third quarter we go. Olympus QB Jack Holberg going to work. He's dodging, zigging and zagging everybody. Finds Harrison Creer, 12-yard touchdown. Titans lead 10-3. Fourth quarter, here come the Bengals. Sione Angelau fumbles in the end zone, but Addison Trupp is there to fall on it. That ties it at 10. Just over 2 minutes left now. Brighton's Justin Smith. 31-yard field goal for the lead. Trust me, it went through. That put the Bengals in front for good. Brighton rallies to hand Olympus his first loss. A battle of 6A powers. Harriman hosting Bingham. Miners fresh off an impressive win over East last week. And they keep it rolling. Amoni Kalai rambling up for a 49-yard touchdown. Miners take the lead. Then the Bingham defense doing what they do, taking the ball away. Cole Moody with the pick and turns it into a pick six. 14-0 in the second quarter. Back to offense now. They go to Braden Cosper. He's having a big first few games. The BYU commits 70-yard touchdown. Bingham defense with a shutout. Miners host Kahuku out of Hawaii next Saturday. Skyview hosting Springville in Maverick Stadium in Logan. Bobcats just crushing the Red Devils. Jackson Sidaway opens things up with a 2-yard touchdown. It's 7-0 Bobcats. Then Sidaway and Brody Martin start piling up the TDs. That one, they're second in the first half. It's 20-0. Later, how about this thing of beauty? Sidaway to Martin. Hauls it in. Skyview. Pretty good Springville team they beat. And Skyview putting everyone in 4A on notice. All right, just up the road in Hiram, Mountain Crest. Quarterback Brady Hall causing all kinds of problems for Box Elder's defense. Finds Nick Nethercott. 34 yards, 15-3 Mustangs. Hall also getting it done on the ground. That's one of his 2 rushing TDs. Later in the quarter, Hall going to that guy again. Nethercott. Nethercott with the caught, or catch, to be proper. This time it's worth 66 yards. 5 total touchdowns. Don't call me. It was a joke. Mustangs win at 42-18. Mountain Crest off to a 3-0 start. 6A West Jordan at 4A Bear River. West Jordan defense downright stingy in Garland. Jaguars Preston Michelson with a pick at the goal line. Jaguars D only allowing a field goal for the Bears in this one. Play of the night goes to Carl Jerem Odom. After the direct snap, he's going to take about a few Bears with him. Finally brought down from behind. That would lead to a field goal. West Jordan goes to Garland and comes away with a 10-3 win. 2 of the top teams in 2A Delta visiting defending champ Beaver. This helps when you're on the road. How about that catch? Trevor Burton right there, the catch of the night. Go fingertip grab. Delta would score right before the half to take a 21-14 lead, but after that, it was all Beaver. 20 unanswered points in the second half. Tice Radden led the way on the ground. He had 4 touchdowns. Beaver 3-0, setting up our showdown on our KSL TV app next week with 3-0 South Summit. All right, we still have plenty of highlights to come and an incredible emotional night at Hillcrest High.
Man was looking down on you guys today, and I know right now he's smiling somewhere. Yes, sir.
Hillcrest and Highland coming together to honor Coach Cassie Brown, who passed away 6 days ago. Football, just a way to get through a very, very tough time for both schools. All right, Region 1 opening up play last night. Weber and Clearfield. Now, Clearfield off to a 3-0 start. The last time they had a 3-0 start, 2003. And Weber on the other side with a big win over Roy last week, looking to keep that momentum going. Warriors leading 3-0 at halftime, and then Weber, second half, starting off right. Ty Barnett, second half kickoff, 90 yards, touchdown. It's a 10-0 lead. Then the Warriors, Colton Jones, finds a little room, got some blockers, 32 yards. He's looking for the end zone, but he's brought down at the 3. He punched it in for a TD a few plays later. Then Carter Green will punch it in from a couple of yards out. Weber shutting out Clearfield, and the Warriors improved to 2-1. Highland Hillcrest coming together last night to honor Huskies head coach Cassie Brown, who passed away this past week. Cassie coached Highland 2 years ago, so almost all the players from both teams know him very well. Brown's son Bishop also played yesterday. First quarter, Rams already up 7-0. They would add 7 more. Cole Peterson to Richard Tialavea, 35 yards. It's 14-0 Rams. Highland get the ball back, and this time Matthew Parkins up the middle for 4 yards, 21-0. Hillcrest would get on the board. Alex Cardona, but the game was secondary, of course, to the memory of a very influential person in Cassie Brown. Highland gets the win 31-6. Of course, the game between Hillcrest and Highland Like we said, it was secondary last night. As we saw, both teams paying tribute to Hillcrest head coach Cassie Brown. The game was a chance for both schools to come together to get through a very difficult time, and Brittany Copeland has more from Hillcrest.
The H on the field at Hillcrest didn't just stand for the home team on Friday night. It also stood for Highland. Both teams dealing with the tragic loss of Cassie Brown. Hand in hand, the Huskies and Rams faced the game together. They emerged from the tunnel at the same time in a show of unity. A midfield circle to celebrate Coach Cassie Brown's life. They did that together, too.
We are all better for knowing Cassie Brown. He made this world a better place.
The game between Hillcrest and Highland was something Coach Brown had been looking forward to. He would have been up against the school he used to work for. Brown was the defensive line coach at Highland before taking his first head coaching job last year with the Huskies.
You know, Caz was awesome. You know, he worked the kids, but he was always quick to, you know, we've laughed about it, but he'd always have, you know, trait in the pocket if, you know, a kid made a big play. You know, it was kind of backdoor and side action, but he was going over towards Caz to get a, you know, a piece of candy in the middle of practice, and I always thought that was cool. You know, those kids gravitated to him.
Cassie Brown passed away on August 27th, so he wasn't a part of game week. You better believe his presence was felt, though. The combined team dinner the day before kickoff was a chance for players and coaches from Highland and Hillcrest to share stories about their beloved coach. Then they broke the team dinner with the help of former Utah head coach Ron McBride.
1, 2, 3, Brown! All right, boys. 1, 2, 3, Brown! 1, 2, 3, Brown! 1, 2, 3, Brown! 1, 2, 3, Brown! All right, boys.
Right beside McBride was a Hillcrest player who needed this more than anyone. Junior safety Bishop Brown, Coach Brown's son. He's had the toughest week of his life, but being out here making plays is where his dad would want him to be.
It was hard, but also all my brothers around me in the football field, it's just insane how much love we have, and it just really helped me get through what I'm going through right now. So yes, it was a healing place tonight.
The Huskies lost 31-6. On a night like this, the final score isn't what really mattered. The Cazzie Strong shirts, raising money for Coach Brown's family.
Thank you so much.
And keeping his legacy alive. That's how you win.
Every person that he interacted with was changed by his kindness and by everything that he had to give. And he came from a rough place, but he made it happen. So that's just what I have to use as my inspiration now to help people, no matter what.
Students from other districts are following in Cazzie's footsteps. Aside from a GoFundMe page that's raised over $95,000, they collected money that will go into a college savings account for all 3 of Coach Brown's children, proving once again that football is family. For Game Night Live, I'm Brittany Copeland.
Hillcrest defensive coordinator Will Hawes takes over as the head coach for the Huskies during the rest of the season. We'll be right back. Well, plenty of big plays, plenty of scoring, and we've got all the best moments from Week 3 as we roll out the Alliance Contractors highlight reel.
Toughest week of my life. Toughest week of me and my family's life. My dad changed a lot of people's lives, so I think that's where that comes from, and now I have a legacy to carry on. There's always things to work on, but we played our hearts out. We had a great game. That's what you say.
All right, our primetime performers brought to you by Roseman University's Dental College. Jordan's crew, Wakely, continuing to put up big numbers. 15 total touchdowns through 3 weeks. Against Pleasant Grove last night, he threw for 5 and rushed for 2 more in the Big Diggers' 49-40 win. Now, on the other side of that ball, there was another primetime performance. Pleasant Grove quarterback Jake Jensen, he did about everything he could in a losing effort. 352 yards passing, 4 touchdowns in the loss to Jordan. Next Friday, our Game Night Live Game of the Week will be a rematch of the last 2 2A state championship games, Beaver and South Summit. Go and download the KSL TV app, and you can watch the game live next Friday. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you later.